What's up, y'all? In today's video, you'll see exactly what it takes to get drafted. We had NFL head coaches, NFL vets come and speak to the team. Stay tuned and watch the whole video to see if you have what it takes to get drafted to the NFL.
Hey, on behalf of NFL Draft Day today, right?
Yes, sir.
A lot of guys get drafted. We praying for our guys over the next 2-3 days that one of our guys, few of our guys, get taken in the upcoming draft. And we know what they brought to the table. We're praying for them. But we want our coaches to really honestly tell you what the NFL is looking for. We got a plethora of coaches that have come from the NFL ranks, and they know exactly what they're looking for. Some of you may be misdirected in what they think. Receivers, y'all think you catch 100 balls, you're going pro. That ain't true. You get 100 sacks, you're going pro. You throw for 5,000 to 6,000 yards, you're going pro. I guarantee you, we Google right now, who's the guy that threw for the most yards in college football, I guarantee you he ain't getting drafted tonight. I guarantee you, we Google who had the most catches in college football, I guarantee you, he's not getting drafted today. And so forth. So you need to understand what it takes to get to the next level. And just so happens, we have several coaches that understand that. And after that, Coach Kelly's gonna do his thing, and we're gonna go out and have the best day of practice that we ever had. Let's start.
So I was involved in this process at all different levels for about 25 years. So I've been through 25 loops of this, and this is the week, it's not really the day anymore, this is the week where a whole new group of players joins the league. So as members of a staff, what you were charged with doing is finding out as much as you could about each player, because even if you don't draft them, somewhere along the line he may become a free agent. And so everybody is out looking for all the information, and it's hard to get to that level, right? And here's what we're looking for when you're looking for an NFL player. All right, general requirements. Eventually, it all comes down to, do you love the game? If you're a guy that loves the game, do you information, and it's hard to get to that level, right? And here's what we're looking for when you're looking for an NFL player. All right, general requirements. Eventually, it all comes down to, do you love the game? If you're a guy that loves the game, do you love what's happening today as much as what's going to happen on Saturday, right? Do you love the game, or do you just love what the game will do for you? So what's your story? And somebody's going to find out what your story is. Grit, perseverance, and toughness. Most sports ask for this. In our sport, it's required, right? So the NFL looks for individuals who faced adversity and overcame it, right? Coachability. This is huge, because no matter what position you play, at some point, the person in charge is going to ask the position coach, do you want to coach this young man? That's what it comes down to. So we're looking for individuals who aren't sensitive.
Say that again, Coach, please.
Where the NFL is looking for individuals that are not sensitive, all right? The NFL is looking for individuals who understand coaches are here to fix problems and not attack people, right? Coaches and staff live their lives to help their players become the best versions of themselves. And so we want players that understand that, all right? Football intelligence. Do you generally do the right thing on the field all the time? And then the last piece is, are you a good teammate? This is a team sport. It's the ultimate team sport. Do you understand your job, and do you trust that your teammates are going to do theirs, right? And are you unselfish and team-driven? So all of you are going to get evaluated, and all of you are going to walk around with a grade relative to these really bullet points. Next one. How do teams find information? Well, every team has administrators. Every team has an officer Rhodes, and they look at everything about you. They'll go back to your hometowns, they'll go to your college town, they're going to talk to everybody involved. They'll look at your social media, right? If in your social media you're displaying things, selfish behavior, illegal behavior, non-team thought, they're going to highlight it and there's going to be a conversation. Key intangibles, do you get completions? Beyond having the skill and ability, and I have all this data, so come see me regarding each player, right? Do you get completions, right? When you're your touchdowns to interception ratio, yards per attempt, sack avoidance, scramble and rushing yards, right? But ultimately, if you're a quarterback, have you helped your team win games? All right, next one. The intangibles, if you're a quarterback, right? Lead and direct your offense and the team as a whole. Get your team in the end zone multiple times, or as many times as you need to win the game, and then obviously help your team get victories. To be a quarterback in the league, you have to be an elite decision maker, which means you understand matchups, space, leverage, and numbers. You have to have a sense of timing, right? When to throw and when to go. Pocket awareness, right? So if you want to be a quarterback in the league, you have to have these. Accuracy, ball placement, and touch. We talk about it all the time. And then obviously, and this is big, is your off-schedule production. Some of the biggest plays in the league, and we see Patrick Mahomes and these guys do it on the regular, are when you're out of the pocket, right? Taking a downfield look at somebody, deep to middle to short, making a play off schedule. All right, next one. Running backs, right? Coach asked me to do this. Grit, toughness, and durability. Must possess a strong combination of mental quickness, confidence, and work habits. Athleticism and a sense of vision. Can you see the hole and get in there? Contact balance. Can you stay on your feet when somebody's knocking you around? Can you break tackles and hold up in pass protection? Your productivity, and this is the point that Coach was making. It's not the number of carries, man. In fact, a fresher running back is more attractive to the NFL. They love guys that come from a running back group that takes a village to win with. They love that. What they want to see is what you do with each carry.
There we go.
5 yards per carry. And if you don't have 5 yards per carry, there's a conversation. They want to find out why, right? There could be some reason, but basically do as much as you can with the opportunities you get. And then ball security. If you're a fumbler, there's going to be a conversation, and most often you don't win that one. Next one. Running backs, got to be multi-dimensional, right? If you want to play on 3 downs, you got to be able to do 3 things. You got to be able to run the ball, you got to be able to pass protect, and you need to be able to catch. If you can't do all 3, you can't play on all 3 downs.
Right.
And then the last point, for all players really, other than quarterbacks, you have to show that you can have a winning production on special teams. If you're a second or third back, you're a core 4-teamer, or a four-face special teams guy. Next one. Tight ends. Same thing. Grit, toughness, and durability. You got to be smart. You got to block like a lineman and catch passes like a receiver. Winning performance on special teams. And then one other point I'll make on tight ends, next slide, and then I'm done. Most tight ends, are you a blocker or are you a pass receiver? All right? Most often, it's rare when you see both. All right? So if you're a blocker and you see yourself as a blocker, become a dominant blocker, if you want to be in the NFL, and a dependable pass receiver. If you're a pass receiver, you have to be a dominant pass receiver and a dependable blocker. And there's a place for both of you, because a guy that can do both at a high or elite level is rare. And those are the dudes picked in the top 5. All right? So, that's it for me. But if you want to be an NFL player, you have to be productive. You got to be unselfish. You got to do the most with what you're given the ability to do, right? And you got to be an outstanding teammate. And ultimately, you need to love the game. And if you don't love the game, right, somebody's going to find that out, and they're going to have a discussion about you. And you will not be able to be a part of this great thing called the draft this week. That's it.